Hey guys, welcome back to the Way of Truth Tarot. My name is Mandy. For those of you who are just joining for the very first time, and for those of you who are returning, hello again. And I'm so happy that you're here with me for another reading. Today's reading was brought to me by one of my lovely international subscribers, which I think is the coolest thing in the freaking world, that I am able to connect with so many like-minded people that are scattered across the globe. That was one of my dreams when I started this, really, was reaching that level. And I have, and it's like so cool. So this is a shout out to my kindred spirit in Germany. You know who you are. And wow, this case. It's a cold case, and my horns are lopsided. It is a cold case from Germany, happened in 1998 to a boy named Tristan Brubach. And oh my Lord, my Lord, I meant to say, oh my God, and oh my Lord, like crazy. Tristan came from a bit of a troubled home. His mom passed away due to suicide, unaliving herself in 1995. He was 10 years old. His father took it very hard and was now the sole provider for him and his son. And he managed to do that, like he did the best that he could with what he had. But Tristan was known to be a bit of a lost kid, didn't have a very strong presence at school. He skipped school a lot, but he was not a troublemaker. He was really just like a wandering soul, was polite to everybody, liked to talk to adults, loved animals, just a bit of a lost kid. But no, by no means was he a troublemaker or involved in absolutely anything that could have brought him to his fateful ending. Let me just say that. So, that is what we're going to be looking into today. I know very minimal. I just know how he was found and a little bit of the aftermath, but it's not much because they managed to get like a visual sketch from these boys that claim to have saw this creepy guy stooped over the body. And also where he was found is really creepy too. So he was found in this tunnel that people would use as a shortcut. And there was like a overpass underneath the tunnel, or yeah, over top of the tunnel. And people used to connect or like use it to get to a shortcut to certain areas of the park. It's a very dark tunnel. It's concrete. It is very ominous. It is very scary. And that is where he was found. And he was found mutilated. He was found with parts of his body missing. His cause of death was strangulation or suffocation. However, after that, they, from ear to ear, and then removed part of his boyhood. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. I mean, talk about humiliation to a next level. And I don't know if that's what the perpetrator's intention was to humiliate the kid. or if it was just seen as a trophy. Either way, it's not a healthy individual we're talking about here. So that's what we're looking into. We're going to look into this case. I'm going to start by using the spread that I've been using lately, because I just find it works really well for like the first initial read. And then after, I like to formulate my own questions once I get a baseline, if that makes sense. All right. So we're going to do the Veil of Deception spread from the Missing Variables deck. All my title cards and instruction cards and wild cards. I'm not using the wild cards in this deck yet. Like, there's some wild cards that come with like meanings, like this one. I use that, but the blank ones, I just haven't found a purpose for them yet. All right. So, guys, everything said in this reading is alleged and my opinion based on the energy and the card meanings, not facts. My readings are meant to be taken for entertainment purposes. Gotta say what I gotta say. Okay. I think I'm also going to use the investigation layout as well. I'll do both. Start with the investigation layout. What is the core truth? Sorry, what is the core issue, hidden truth, or central enigma that needs to be unraveled?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the core issue, hidden truth, or central enigma that needs to be unraveled. Check it out.
No thanks, Siri. Goodbye, Siri.
Okay.
Okay. What is the core issue, hidden truth, or central enigma? The mastermind. King of Clubs. The mastermind, strategic power in pursuit of justice. All right, and let's get the passage. Can you see that? 2. 1, 2. Criminal mastermind, a genius in orchestrating operations and covering his tracks. Well, that makes a lot of sense because they found nothing except for what the boys claim they saw, and they got that sketch, but other than that, nothing of any concrete evidence, nothing like that. All right. So, whispers. The motive. And this was strange too. Like, what was the motive, right? Nobody knows. They can't really make sense of why somebody would do this for any, it's not like he was moved, or it's not like he Yeah, he was just the cops said that it probably took about 15 minutes to do this thing to him in the afternoon, not even at night. Okay, we got sad emotional. Weird. We got unavoidable, pattern repetition, government in reverse, and rival competition. This is somebody that was, oh my gosh, experiencing such inner turmoil. It's like a tornado inside of their mind. And I think the good parts of them and the bad parts of them are at constant competition with each other. Low vibrational state, sadness. Maybe it's the sadness that triggers this tornado, pattern repetition. So he's done this before. And if it's not exactly like this crime, he has done other things that have brought him to that crime, if that makes sense. Government in reverse. I'm wondering if he got lost through the cracks as far as like treatment, like facilities, being incarcerated or in like a psychiatric facility. Let me see. What can you tell us about the government card in reverse? Inside, embezzlement. I think that he used to work for the government, but he doesn't anymore. I'm feeling like this guy used to have and be respected, have a respectful job. But he got too deep into something that was not legal, in my opinion, and got fired from the government. That's why it's in reverse. I'm feeling like that's kind of the this is what started his rapid um psychiatric decline. What else drives him? Because there's more to this. What else drives him? Like, what made him choose to do that to a little boy? Male, parental figure in reverse. I need more information. Fake death, new life. Okay, I just got this weirdest thought. And I don't know, I need to investigate it a bit more, but with these 3 cards, these 3 cards are giving me the vibes of recreating something that happened to them, to the perpetrator, when they were a child by a parental figure. And it's like when they reenact this, they get their power back, they get their life back. That's what I'm feeling. This is so deep rooted in this person, why he did this. And it was like a slow, it wasn't just one thing that caused him to snap like this. It was a series of things I'm seeing over time that led him to that moment that ended Tristan's life. Give me 2 more cards that can speak to the motivations. Outside, out in the open, which is interesting because we got inside up here, and then desert mirage. Something that you see that's not there, a delusion. It's like in doing this, he feels like he's getting his life back. He, like, what was taken from him from childhood is given back to him. I believe there was some sort of really sick abuse considering what he took from Tristan. Um that I mean, I don't know if he was completely injured exactly the way Tristan was when he was a kid. However, there was definitely um abuse going on in that region of the body, and that it's like, yeah, it's a twisted delusion that he thinks that he's getting a part of himself back. This person is really not working with a proper brain. Really not. Obviously, considering what he did, but like, some people are just, they take another life because they want something, like something tangible, something 3D, or they take another life because, well, in this case, he thinks he's saving himself as a child. It's so weird. But that was kind of what I was feeling with that, is that energy. The evidence. Oh, no, sorry, there's another question to the motive. What hidden desires, emotions, or agendas fuel their action? Oh, I kind of already touched on that. I'm not going to go into it again. Okay, the evidence. What known clues exist and what crucial details might be overlooked or intentionally hidden? What known clues exist and what crucial details might be overlooked or intentionally hidden? So below ground level in reverse, that's accurate because it wasn't necessarily below ground level. It was at ground level, but it was below a road, right? So, and the picture is like this dark tunnel that goes down into the ground, which is kind of the vibe of where Tristan was found, but not fully. Hidden network. Yeah, he was hidden in a tunnel. There was no strategy. This was a random attack. There was no cleanup involved. He was left where everything happened. Legal proceedings. Intentionally hidden. Let's get the variables out for this. What known clues exist and what crucial details might be overlooked or intentionally hidden. We got the 9 of spades, the fatal decision, one wrong move with devastating consequences. Oh, I wonder if that has to do with legal proceedings. Like, if we only had him locked up, this wouldn't have happened type shit. And now we have to cover our asses because we know that somebody should have been locked up. All right, let's just see. What passage on the card applies? 1. An informant with critical knowledge comes forward. So there was somebody who phoned claiming to be Tristan's perpetrator. I'm wondering if that is what this is talking about and if they know who this person is, but they're hiding it. Let's get the tarot. I want some more information. Difficult decisions, inner conflict, 2 of swords. Yeah. Avoidance. Hierophant in reverse. Unconventionality. New, like a non-commitment, challenging beliefs and authority. There was something with this person in a court case that I'm wondering if it was like a case where you decide whether somebody should, be on parole or not. Kind of getting like that vibe. Like it's a difficult decision that we need to make. There's hidden information about this guy and whatever his past, whatever he did in the past that got him to this legal proceeding. There was new methods employed and it challenged the beliefs and conventionality from before. What more can you say? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is giving me the vibes of good behavior. Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm reliable. I'm committed to rehabilitation. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm getting better over time. I'm hardworking. I'm efficient. Making all of it look like, oh, I'm totally ready to go back out into the world. And I think that one wrong move with devastating consequences was getting him out. Was this decision right here. Oh, you can't see my cards. I'm sorry. See? Two of Swords, Hierophant in reverse, Knight of Pentacles. We're having a conflict. We don't know what to do. It's like with the hidden information, it's like there was something about what he was inside for, whether it's a psychiatric facility or whether it's an actual jail. But there was something that was purposely redacted. I'm seeing like a document with black redaction out of it. And that was like purposely hidden. And I'm not sure exactly why, but I can only imagine it would be to protect somebody higher up. I mean, why else would they do that unless they were trying to protect somebody they felt deserved protection? And I don't feel that they thought this guy did in that way. So, all right. So the witness. What external perspective, insight, or overlooked testimony offers clarity or shifts the direction of the investigation? What external perspective, insight, or overlooked testimony offers clarity? Got another thing that came out of this. Another card come out, I think. Thought that I felt a card flip over. I guess not. Oh, you guys can't see. I'm so sorry. Keep thinking you could see the rest of the table. I gotta fix my table. There we go. So we've got public recognition and achievement. This is seeing. This is the achievement. Okay, so this person is holding up one of those flower crown things that they do at jousting events. Holding it up. The Six of Wands is like public recognition or like being seen for something that you do. This is representing those boys witnessing this sketchy guy stooped over the body doing stuff. They weren't they didn't see exactly what, but the law enforcement was pretty sure that they actually witnessed the removals of stuff after Tristan had passed. but they didn't really realize what they were seeing because the tunnel was so dark. They didn't see detail. They just saw some guy that looked sketchy stooped over a body, kind of moving around in the shadows. So that, I believe, is what this is representing. The Three of Swords in reverse. Oh, it's recovery. Recovering a part of Tristan. And because this card is in the inverted position, which points to like healing or recovery, forgiveness, repressed emotions, this is pointing to where the perpetrator was mentally in that moment. Like, he was getting what he needed from Tristan physically, and emotionally he was releasing his pain from what had happened to him as a child. Queen of Pentacles. This is like a working parent. Hi, Oliver. Oh, come on, baby boy. No, I need my die. Sorry, guys. Come on, Ollie. Come here, baby boy. Come here, baby boy. You can't jump up right now. Come on, Oliver. Please. Come here, baby. Ollie. No, don't. Sorry, guys. Come on, sweet boy. Let's go over here. Good boy. All right. Sorry about that. This is giving me the elements of like a mother wound of some kind. And I know Tristan also had that. His mom passed away by unaliving herself. So there's this sense of kindred spirits. And it's really funny because I said that at the beginning of the video. But that is what I'm feeling. This person was like, that's me. It's so strange. It's so twisted. There's this nurturing energy mixed in this after the fact. And then perseverance. The Seven of Pentacles, hard work, results, success in waiting. So oh God, all the cards went everywhere. Success in waiting. He was waiting for the perfect person. I don't know if he saw Tristan before, if maybe he even spoke, because Tristan spoke to everybody. Like, he was very known to talk to adults in the park when he was skipping school. Like, I definitely feel like he spoke to this man, and that is how this man was like, oh, you are exactly what I'm looking for. Sick, I know, but that is how I'm reading this. Like, Tristan unknowingly gave up information that this guy basically had a mental checklist. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, I feel that they chatted with Tristan, or he, because I don't believe it was two. I say they because he was seen sitting with two men. But I just don't, I feel like one of the men maybe was like in conversation with them just because he was sitting there, but I don't believe that he was part of it, if that makes sense. So somewhere in this conversation, they get wind of Tristan's like home life, okay? His reality. I'm feeling like he also talks about what he loves. He loves animals. He had a bunny named Hoffelfried, which Hoppelfried, like Hoppel as in hop, and Fried reminds me of like Fred or something. So it's a really cute German name. Absolutely adorable. So they dangled some sort of wish fulfillment in front of him because they knew that it would appeal to a kid that is in the Five of Pentacles realm of his reality, you know? And that was pure manipulation. They disguised themselves as some sort of safe and protective male role model that could give him prosperity. And then we have the King of Wands at the end, and this is impulsiveness, forceful, vicious, and ruthless. This explains exactly how they got him to a very vulnerable situation. That poor kid was lost. He just wanted to make connections in the world. That's all he wanted. Like, and he was completely just targeted for being the sweet boy that just wanted to talk to people and connect with people. So sad. And the fact that this still has not been solved. Okay. We've got one more question for this spread. And that is the resolution. What final action, truth, or decision will bring the case to a close? I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling that all of the information is in their system somewhere. They had this guy in either a psychiatric facility or incarcerated for something before. I feel that very strongly, and I really don't feel it was jail. I'm really feeling it was for psychiatric issues. What final act, truth, or decision brings the case to a close? There's that Five of Pentacles again. There's the Seven Pentacles again. Tower in reverse. And the Knight of Wands. So this is being left out in the cold. This is literally representing the cold case. And long-term investments, sustained patience, hard work, and people's afraid that it's never gonna change. Tower in reverse is fear of change. Fearing that this will always stay the same. Then we get this new energy in here, and this is the Knight of Wands. This is a very adventurous energy and someone who gets riled up when there's injustice. Somebody who is a bit rebellious too and isn't like a yes man, which is good because yeah, that's they need somebody on this cold case that's going to think for themselves, do what they feel is right, and not just expected of them or not asked, just asked of them. Someone who is a free spirit and they have their own convictions. Okay, so what more about this? Give me the last row. Devil, Hierophant, literally good and evil. There, you can't see. Okay. Toxic energies. This is oppression. This is underneath the Five of Pentacles, and I don't know why, but it always works out like this, and I always say this, but in case you're new, I'm going to say it again. When there's a card underneath another card in a row like this, it's like for some reason they always work out that it's like an underlying reason, like it's this underlying connection to the top card. So the cold case, being a cold case for over 20 years now, had some toxic energies around it. And a lot of detectives had attachments over this case because obsession is a very low vibration and it has to do with the devil card. So that's what kept it cold. People weren't in the right frequency to see and to solve it, if that makes sense. It's like I'm getting tunnel vision with this. Like on a low vibrational frequency, they're so desperate to solve it, but they're in their own way. And the more obsessed they get with it, the more they tunnel vision themselves to the point where enough time passes and their career is now over and they're like, shit, we're no further than how we were 20 years ago. But the perseverance with the Hierophant card underneath it, this is spiritual wisdom. This is higher knowledge. And and it has to do with the perseverance of seeing this case closed. So the fear of it never changing with the Tower in reverse. So, and the Tower in reverse too is negligence. And the Four of Pentacles is saving money. Oh my God. What final act, truth, or decision will bring the case to a close? Frig, right here. Right here. negligence because of cutbacks or saving money or something like that. They did not want to put the resources into such a cold case they felt that would never be solved. So then we come to our Knight of Wands. This was that new character that is younger, is, a little rebellious, free-spirited, the kind of person that you would want on an investigation like this. And the Two of Swords in reverse is underneath, and this is time to make a move. And the Two of Swords in reverse is a conclusion to be had. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new material offer. I believe this is an offer, like we have a name kind of thing, where we have a lead. It doesn't necessarily have to be the smoking gun yet. However, this Knight of Wands is the much needed change to help this case come to some sort of resolution. Okay, that is the reading for Tristan, at least so far. If you guys want to see another one on this, we could definitely maybe dig around some more. I do have that other spread that I'd like to get to, the Veil of Deception. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. Like the video, share it, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you have not done that already and you're enjoying my content. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.